स्पीशीज पे कैसे आज का वीडियो काफी इंटेंस होने वाला क्योंकि आज हम देखने जा रहे हैं PNWC ग्रैंड फाइनल्स का डे 2। डे 1 वाज इनसेन। पूरा दुनिया सोच रहा था कि भाई अल्टर ईगो #1 पे रहेगा, फोर्थ राइज #1 पे रहेगा, होरा ई स्पोर्ट्स #1 पे रहेगा और ग्लोबल टॉप टीम्स लाइक अल्फा गेमिंग, रेगनम, कार्या और द न्यू डेडली डुओ सुक एंड ऑर्डर रहेंगे टॉप पे। बट नहीं, एक अंडरडॉग टीम फ्रॉम म्यांमार #1 पे बैठा है। आप स्क्रीन के ऊपर देख सकते हो, गैलेक्टिकोस विद 67 पॉइंट्स, अ ह्यूज स्टार्ट। कोरिया #2 पे चल रहा है, मंगोलिया #3 पे चल रहा है। रेगनम का कल थोड़ा छोक हुआ 1-2 मैचेस और else they would have been in top 3. Alter Ego #4 पे चल रहा है, Vivo Gaming #5 पे चल रहा है। एंड लुक एट पावर esports, कल भी मैंने बोला था उनका एग्रेसिवनेस इतना तगड़ा है कि उनके प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट सिर्फ 4 है। अगर वो बैलेंस कर दिए ना आज, इनका भी कमबैक हो जाएगा। बाकी कल हो रहा फोर्थ राइज का बहुत शौक हुआ, सेम गोस विद थंडरडॉग गेमिंग एज वेल। वो फिलहाल #11, 12, 13 पे चल रहे हैं। कल का ओवरऑल MVP बना था से क्लाउड फ्रॉम गैलेक्टिकोस। आज जो भी बनेगा MVP कोई खतरनाक प्लेयर ही बनेगा ब्रो, बिकॉज डे 2 इज द मोस्ट इंटेंस डे फॉर विच आई होप यू गाइस आर रेडी। अपना वीडियो में आगे बढ़ने से भाई लाइक करना मत भूलना। लाइक गोल रखते 25 के लाइक्स का भाई कर दो यार, एक दिन तो कर दो। आई नो बीजे में बहुत कुछ चल रहा है। अभी मैं टाइटल डाल दूंगा गॉड लाइक का न्यू प्लेयर रिवील, तो सारे भाग के आ जाएंगे देखने। बट मेरे को नहीं करना यार, इंटरनेशनल कंटेंट भी एंजॉय करो, इसमें ज्यादा मेहनत लगती है टू बी ऑनेस्ट। एंड सब्सक्राइब करना बिल्कुल मत भूलना। 2 मिलियन करना है, मेक इट हैपन। विद दैट बीइंग सेड, नाउ लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। एंड ऑल्सो बहुत सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं कि PMGC में स्लॉट है इंडिया को, क्या यह सही में है? बताओ कमेंट सेक्शन में। मुझे लगा आज गन फाइट नहीं होगा, बट फोर्थ राइज लाइक वी डोंट केयर यार, वी डोंट केयर। मर गए तो मर गए, हम गन फाइट लेना ही है। फालक ने नॉक किया रैग्नार को। पावर #6 पे है ब्रो। पावर के 2 बंदे गए, 40 में 2 बंदे गए।
Big damage done. Noki with the reply, instantly engaging to clean up onto the down players as well.
Going for the rev.
The rest of power just not there to follow up, and Al had
beautiful knock by IQ. पूरा advantage भी था high ground का.
Enough dropping power now down to just the one.
Last man standing for power.
Without losing a single so far. Easy is going to bring something to the table, but it looks like he brought
without any casualty.
But an empty plate.
Fourth rise ने power का बाहर कर दिया, बदला ले लिया कल का.
Oh, you could see
बदला ले लिया कल का. भाई ये गन फाइट के चक्कर में ये दोनों टीम्स ट्रॉफी नहीं उठाने वाले हैं। अगर ऐसे ही कंटिन्यू होगा तो गन फाइट के चक्कर में ये दोनों टीम्स ट्रॉफी नहीं उठाने वाले। अल्टर ईगो जोन के अंदर जाना है, बिना नॉक स्लैम कर रहे क्या? सुक के ऊपर 3 बंदे पुश कर दी ब्रो। एक नॉक किया सुक ने, दूसरे को भी नॉक किया, तीसरा मार दिया ब्रो। नाइस ट्राई सुक, नाइस ट्राई। अल्फा गेमिंग को आना चाहिए ब्रो, अल्फा गेमिंग को आना चाहिए। डॉक नॉक के भाई रोजमेरी, ये रोजमेरी क्या ही मारता है भाई, क्या ही मारता है। बट रीफर्स ने ले लिया ट्रेड, रोजमेरी नॉक फिनिश।
But that's all they needed. They just needed to buy time, and Rosemary gives his life
पत्थर पे जाके नेट्स करेगा
whilst they prepare themselves to get back up again. Alva waiting on the doorway, sees a player get out, but there's hard cover in position.
That's
He's
what I
going to take
thought.
the time with a single grenade. Let's
That's
see what
what I
Reefers can get
thought.
done with this one.
Boom.
It could be gigantic.
अबे अंदर यार, अंदर करना है ग्रेनेड। एक नॉक कर दिया रीफर्स ने।
You can handle it with a weapon instead. Nonshin on the move up as well, coming round from the ridge side. All of this noise attracting commotion. KRYPTON cooks one for the reply. Bounce out the window on the lip. No damage done. Reefers still just waiting for an opportunity to shine.
Alva, nice knock
with the
finish.
DBS.
There is going to be so much fire coming their way. Alter Ego
बाहर होने वाला है।
Sook with the DBS.
जोन से मर जाएगा ब्रो।
Puts away the bow and arrow, but it's a bullseye straight to the guys from Alter Ego.
बच जाएगा, डॉग उठा ले।
With only KRYPTON remaining,
भाई ज़्यादा बंदे बचे नहीं,
the final players from
ज़्यादा बंदे बचे नहीं।
Yangon Galacticos currently dealing with
like I said, Alter Ego बाहर,
but they have been the beast inside
Galacticos
the lobby.
still surviving. Nice.
Yangon. Nades over the
NSR
top.
3 man है, Regnum 3 man है।
You can see Regnum
होरा का स्लीपी अभी भी सर्वाइव कर रहा है।
as well, that are playing with confidence at the moment. Just lied on the nade.
Galacticos बाहर।
It's not going to work out the way that
भाई
they were
नॉन्गशिम
hoping
रेड
for.
फोर्स ये मैच कन्वर्ट कर सकता है ब्रो।
Sliver of HP is all they
बढ़िया
have.
कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं। मैन पावर बहुत जरूरी है
Goodbye to Yangon. No
इस
chance
के
for the
हिसाब से।
chicken dinner, but potentially.
The thing is, Sarita, they're just scared playing as two.
जियोल ने डॉग को नॉक किया, इंस्टेंट पेटी।
Will find one. Benny looking over towards Doc now.
Beautiful knock.
Somehow, some way, Alpha Gaming come out on top.
NSR बाहर।
It's an incredible performance performance from
DOK
Nongshim Red
and
Force.
Zul.
They're angry.
They have stepped up their
But
game.
Alpha's here
Beautiful
to calm
2v3.
them down. The silver
अब
pot
बराबर है
finally
fight 2v2v2.
sits tranquil.
DOK on a rampage mode.
Need to keep pushing here. What
एक
an
घोड़ा भी मिल गया.
incredible performance from DOK. So
Just in
low
case
HP,
अगर
but
smoke
that
करके कुछ
adrenaline was thumping.
तेजी से
Oh yeah.
push करना है तो.
Seeing them, the zone starts to force you forward. Loxy was
Idea
always
बाहर.
looking for this
Now
lockdown
it's a 2v2.
sideline over towards Ida.
Zone,
He's able to grab one
Alpha
with the
Gaming को
plays
favor
and
किया.
assisting as the third man for the squad of REGNUM CARYA.
REGNUM CARYA को
They look to
open
take
से
the fight
आके
straight
zone
to
के अंदर
them.
enter करना
Cheeky
पड़ेगा.
peeks on the head.
It's not going to be easy.
Throwing up for the fists.
Silas?
Beautiful stuff,
Silas commits on the
beautiful stuff.
drive
Silas को उतार
in.
दिया
Instant
with headshot.
from Zone.
Alpha Gaming.
It's just Loxy left.
Finally bro,
Leaves it all
finally
down to
chicken
Loxy
निकालने
and
वाला
Alpha
है. Loxy zone से
Gaming
मारने वाला है क्या?
looks to put a win
Yeah, he knows.
on the
He
cards.
cannot make
Two
it. He knows.
internationally
He cannot make it. And
gifted
finally bro,
teams, but it
कल
is
दो
this
chicken throw
squad
था उनका
of
मीरा मार का.
killers that will
Homework
come
किया,
out on top
mindset
here.
set किया.
An
Back with the
incredible
bang.
beginning to
winner
game
chicken
two
here.
for Alpha Gaming.
भाई जोन फेवर किया यार to be
The
honest.
playoffs
अगर जोन
already
रेगनम को
yesterday,
फेवर करता
Alpha
तो वही
Gaming
होता
were able to
जो रेगनम
find
के साथ हुआ
placement after
अल्फा गेमिंग के
placement,
साथ.
surviving late.
बट इस टूर्नामेंट में सोफर मैंने नोटिस किया टॉप फालतू का नॉक फिनिश हो रहा है. बस वो एक फिक्स हो गया ना भाई. आई थिंक अल्फा गेमिंग इज ऑल सेट टू लिव द ट्रॉफी. बाकी मेरे को जिंक्स नहीं करना है. देखते क्या होगा. द बैटल इज बिटवीन गैलेक्टिकोस एंड अल्फा गेमिंग नाउ. #1 पे गैलेक्टिकोस है. #2 पे अल्फा गेमिंग है. चलो बढ़ते अपना मैच 2 की तरफ. Let's go. अबे TT वर्सेस WBG. चाइना वर्सेस चाइना. Zing knock है. Suk knock. खत्म TT बाहर.
The close quarters crash comes in. They dive out of the back of the hovercraft.
बाहर वो last man standing ना.
They're able to deal some damage.
Yeah, last man standing.
Oh, ring around the rosies.
The
But
DRX third party.
down from the third party.
WBG बाहर होने वाला है क्या?
Power moves in as well, sweeps round, they get a lay of the land, figuring out where these players are. A
The last man standing here, all power has to do is push.
Easy to send
All
over towards
power
that
has to do is
location.
push.
Power still figuring things
नहीं
out though.
U-turn मार
Opted
ली.
to send it slightly
क्या किस्मत है भाई.
further
क्या
back.
किस्मत है. बच जाएंगे.
Easy has the two
बच
days to
जाएंगे
work with,
WBG.
but it's not to go in. So funny that AJ just kind of throws that
सिर्फ order मर
hovercraft
गया.
in, hoping to catch a few of them
Order
on
का
the
किस्मत
approach,
बहुत
just
खराब है.
squash them all.
रोजमेरी स्लीपी को नॉक किया.
Shots down range. Making that one look like the Major 14. Clean connections. It's a nice way to open it up and at least get some bite back over after the damage was done onto their team. So you think KRYPTON will keep trying to take heads off of you. Quick switch to the secondary as well. Barrage of bullets keeps on coming in.
सही जगह पे मार रहा है but उधर cover है.
REGNUM CARYA is seeing the opportunity for this. Toshpick
भाई
actually
रोजमेरी
with the
स्लीपी को
explosive
वापस
bow
knock
as
किया.
well. This one could have some sparks to it, Blank.
It could do. I mean, able to get some damage over the top.
Alter Ego is just waiting
Alter Ego, they
for
exploded
REGNUM
vehicle,
CARYA
and
versus
it
Hora to
ends up
happen
in
ताकि
misery
वो
with
third party कर
Sleepy
सके.
hitting the deck. He's
But
going to take a
REGNUM
nap
is just
on this
too
one for
smart.
a short while whilst the rest of the
ओए
team
टॉस पिक भी चला रहा है.
tries to wake him
टॉस
up,
पिक
shake
गो
him
एंड एरो चला रहा है.
inside that ditch.
Inspired by Suk. Inspired by Suk.
15 arrows left. I mean, he can kind of
ये भी
just
बहुत बढ़िया player है.
nip
समझ
at
रहे?
both of the heels. He can keep it uncomfortable for either squad. Ooh, okay. I mean, uncomfortable being the operative word for
भाई
him.
कल मैंने
Quickly
चलाया था.
get your head down, reset.
गेम खेलते
Shots back over
वक्त
towards Al
मजाक
Haji,
नहीं
though.
कर रहा हूँ. क्लोज रेंज में ठीक है.
Roxy.
बट लॉन्ग रेंज में कैसे मार लेता है यार सुक. कैसे मार लेता है. कितना डिफिकल्ट है पता है. एक बार तुम लोग खुद चला के देखो. मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ. बहुत प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है. वो एकदम अलग अलग ही वेपन है. इसका ड्रॉप रहता है. एकदम सीधा गोली नहीं चलता है. जहाँ तुम एडीएस खोल के मारेगो उधर नहीं जाएगा वो. एरो उसका कर में जाता है. इधर से शूट करोगे ऊपर रख के तो ऐसा जाएगा. नीचे रख के करोगे तो ऐसा जाएगा. समझ रहे हो. इमेजिन तुम 200-300 मीटर दूर मार रहे हो तो कितना एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा उसको. और सुक बहुत इफेक्टिवली करता है वो. तुम लोग को याद है ना किस तरीके से अल्फा गेमिंग को मारा था वो 1v3 बहुत दूर. मजाक नहीं हो. बिल्कुल मजाक नहीं है.
It's going to be critical when it comes to holding out teams on the western edge though, right? With that building control, you have to be proactive taking those shots. REGNUM CARYA makes a dangerous maneuver because they'll have to move away. One of the teams that is the furthest away from getting into the circle, they are. And this is definitely one of those games where if 4 Thrives cannot convert on this for a chicken dinner, you're counting them out. Like this is a massive opportunity for them.
DRX versus Alpha Gaming.
Big opportunity in this exact head-to-head
It's happening.
versus Alpha as well. Would it be a squad you want to take down?
Rufus
Make it
by
more
Ziol's
uncomfortable for
Molotov.
them. Uh-oh, the fire and flames burning down Rufus, but top trade straight back with 2 clean tags over on the DRX, keeping pinned in position. Pop up from Yunbin. This is the man that can do so much. A bit of a king in the game in PUBG Mobile, but what's he got for us here?
Wow!
Nice nade, bowls out. Rufus
What
goes
a
down
nade!
off the back of it.
QXDC ने मार दिया इधर बंदा रेप दे रहा है ग्रेनेड करो. Imagine dog getting knocked.
Thrown into the head-to-head versus Aura.
पूरा बाहर हो गया.
Walk away with.
We're accelerating things big time right now with the circle pushing in over towards Alpha.
For the longest time, Alpha on the roam up. It's Scarface with the quick hit. He's hungry, and the dinner plate will smash over the face. Follows up.
Dog knock is Ziol knock है.
Doc just top, trapped behind the tree.
Dog भी गया. Alpha Gaming बाहर at #7.
What a clean fight
के लिए
that
एक ग्लास
was.
डाला मैंने भाई. इतने में हो गया ये.
Brought out.
Fire flux तो भाई.
Mop that team up.
दे रहा है इस मैच
And
में.
again, immediately refocusing.
खतरनाक दे रहा है. हुरा को मार दिया 4v4 में, 3v4 में. Alpha Gaming को मार दिया without any casualty.
Solus will go down, but is in cover. 10 elims on the match here for Fireflux, making it look easy.
10 finishes for Fireflux.
Northeast side constantly being a big presence in the game.
ले 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 मार
14
रहे
as well as the DPS. He's got long range.
और
as
Hyunbin
well
के
as close
सामने हो रहा है
range
सब
on
कुछ.
lock, but it is IQ
What will
to
Hyunbin
find
do?
that shot. Hyunbin
Footstep नहीं
are
देना
wet in
है.
the wings here. Between them
Footstep
and
नहीं
Fireflux,
देना है.
and they have no idea.
Beautiful game sense by Hyunbin.
Belly down on the ground, sneaking up towards him. No one's got vision. Jumps up with the DBS.
टपड़ा लिया.
Looks good for
काम
one, but
खत्म
they
भाई,
reply.
काम
They
खत्म.
turn around, but again,
Fireflux are
it's
now 2
issues.
men,
That's
12
all these
finishes.
teams had to do if they wanted
Things
to
are
cause
looking
problems
great for
Fireflux
4 tribes
taking the
and
game itself.
Galacticos.
They go from 4 to 2 in the matter of a
उन
minute.
दोनों में जो अच्छा करेगा उनका चिकन होगा.
Here. They need to add more fuel to the flames.
Myanmar
of
versus
Fireflux.
Pakistan.
Losing both your top
देखते
players
कौन
here in the matter of minutes.
निकालने वाला है ये मैच.
Scarface as well as Kedge. The other boys now need to step up.
Knocky, knocky.
Galacticos with 4 players playing it slow on the southwest edge for a long, long time. They've
भाई
been
red
quiet,
dot
but
होता
now
रहता
look to be
है.
deadly.
Man, now
ले,
bringing the
गिर के
base.
ना हो गया IQ.
Bullet straight to the face. It's uncomfortable for 4 Thrives. Losing so much manpower. Falak with the peak.
भाई 4 बंदों को तो नहीं मार सकता है ना फलाक.
Just don't deliver.
4 बंदों को एक साथ.
are removed. Yangon bided their
4
time for
tries
so long.
बाहर.
They've
Looks like
engaged off the back of it and
looks
made it
like
work.
Myanmar
Get the pickup as well.
will be
This has
back.
been an
With a
assassination
bang.
of a gameplay coming through from Yangon
भाई ये मैं
Galacticos.
चिकन निकाले तो
They
अच्छा
played it
खासा gap बन
slow.
जाएगा
They
bro.
played it
Like 20
steady.
point का gap बन
Teams
जाएगा.
weren't really aware of their
Alpha
position.
Gaming
They've just
and
been holding
Galacticos के बीच
out,
में.
waiting.
Witzing by. It's only 2 players there. They can trade off one another and opt to play this out just with the long con, with the fact they've got so much more stock in the bodies.
गया.
It's Mernat that gets the
Trash
first
it's not
connection
गया.
off.
Romeo looking to deliver the Shakespearean poison, but there will be no resurrection on the side of Team Secret when they go down. Yangon Galacticos continue to
गाड़ी
round
लेके जा रहे 3 बंदे.
Fireflux with Myrna,
Smile will
with
give the
Macap
cover.
as well as Solus. 2 players that can step up. Yangon Galacticos look to roam out. Frankie in a whole world of hurt, likely to go
Beautiful
down soon.
play.
Yangon Galacticos
By
are just
Galacticos.
starting to sweep here.
9 finishes,
Fireflux have
4 man
had
strong
no
है.
say
Now it's a
in the
4v2
decimation that's happened around
dominating
this map.
advantage है.
And you love to see it as well, because it's a head-up call
देखते
from
हैं,
them. As soon as they got that
Fireflux क्या
first
करेंगे.
knock, they
Now Fireflux have to move forward directly into the
वही
sidelines
zone
of
से
Yangon
मरने वाले हैं क्या
Galacticos,
Fireflux?
and they're going to deny the points.
Wow.
It had been dawn, but now it's dusk for
Wow.
Fireflux, and Yangon Galacticos will be here
भाई kill
when
नहीं
the
दिए.
sun rises, pick themselves up another
Kill
chicken
नहीं दिए भाई.
dinner, and forcing themselves
That
way
is a
up
dinner
there in the
for
rankings.
Galacticos.
team that had to fight for survival,
The lead.
keep themselves focused game
I think
after
कितने
game.
I think
but as soon as they
15
made
points
it
का
to
लीड
the
रहेगा.
playoff stage,
भाई 2 मैचेस खत्म हो गए. Still Galacticos ही टॉप पे है. क्या कोई टक्कर दे पाएंगे Galacticos को? चलो बढ़ते अपना मैच 3 की तरफ. Let's go.
Very much
मेरा
emboldened
face cam hide
by
कर दो
these
यार. ये
plays. A good
बच्चा
name
देखो
from
यार.
Tony K, who now looks to send the
E-sports
shots through
यार.
the building. Romeo
Future
goes
में जब
down,
ये
leaving
e-sports
only
player
Alpha
बनेगा.
now for Alter Ego, and he
Movement
should
भाई,
not be
movement
up
है.
too much longer.
doesn't really
कितना
have the
खुश
close
है वो.
range potential. It's the
कितना खुश
SMG
है वो.
instead. Good for one, but
Alter
he's
Ego
left
बाहर,
out
turning.
in the cold. They
4
trade
solo
back
finishes,
onto
bro.
that and can get the pick-me-up
4
play
solo
on
finishes.
Joker
पूरा
as well,
e-sports
so they'll
बाहर.
still remain as a
Alpha
4-player
Gaming
squad.
बाहर.
The 20-minute
this
mark
was
here.
Alpha Gaming's moment
Eden
यार.
has just been laughing their heads
इस
off.
मैच में catch up कर सकते थे वो.
Game for them to play through. Super
पर वो भी बाहर हो गए.
Hit from that one, it's Falak that's kind of just belly crawling up to see if he can get any kind of impact or potentially just keep his nose clean. Nice nade thrown over, barely off target there.
Shots from the side.
वहाँ से पीछे से
that comes through from Falak of all players. He
Four
will
tries
finally
भी
be
बाहर.
taken down, and Oebo continues to just
DRX
rack up
बाहर,
point
four
after
tries
point after
बाहर,
point.
TT
8
बाहर.
Edens now held on
WBG
side, and
8
Fireflux
finishes.
with consistency,
8
which
finishes,
is
4-man
great
strong.
to see. Here
Wow.
for them, we were wondering if the bonfire would
WBG
start to
chicken.
die down after that last match.
Chicken
but
चाहिए
no, they're
WBG.
still here to play here.
Chicken चाहिए. Chicken equal to top 3.
Spotting vision back out onto
Chicken
Ida.
equal to top 3.
You are pinned in position as well.
Make it happen,
Arena
yeah.
looking more cover to work with. Block off the sight lines from any power
वे
maneuvers.
Fireflux पे
and
push
instead
कर रहे.
cause carnage up close versus Wavo. Soulless goes in. Quick burst from the damage. 2 players on low
Nice
HP.
one, Soap. Nice
one of
one.
them converted as Sook switches to the
Soap
shot.
भी knock है.
Doesn't need the bow as he's quick with the secondary as
ये
well.
पावर का मैच लग रहा है मुझे. ये
Down
सारे
towards the
लड़ेंगे
basement
आपस
right
में.
now. Quick heads up
Power
maneuver
end में
coming
आके
through
clear out
from
करेगा
Fireflux
scrap
to
को.
just send down, but
मतलब
Sook's
scrap
already
मतलब
done
जो
quite a
बचे हुए
bit
लोग
here.
हैं उनकी बात
Really
कर रहे हैं.
has ruined the health bars of Fireflux. He immediately drops to the deck, and this
Hi.
might be a power game.
वाह.
It's going uncontested for them. There's no need to
WBG
fight. They
बाहर,
can just wait.
Fireflux
Everyone
बाहर,
else has been
E arena
scrapping
बचा है.
amongst one another.
सिर्फ
they're
E
just
arena
sitting
बचा है,
pretty
3v2
for the
fight है.
opportunity to even
Wow.
play the game. And after the
Wow.
back of that
The stage has been
commotion
set
inside of the
for
basement,
Power
it's
Esports.
just E Arena and Power
WBG का
that
चिकन
are
होना था ये मैच.
Goodness me, E Arena, who started the game down towards the beaches, now
भाई
find
choke,
themselves in a
Ragnar
rough
choke.
scenario like sand.
उससे बेटर मौका नहीं मिलता है bro.
And the sands of
उससे
times are
better
running
मौका
out
नहीं
here as
मिलता.
Power starts to move
डरने भी
forward,
लो.
finding damage over to Mormon as well as Turney K, who was not quite able to pull himself out of that position.
knock है.
They have angles on them.
It's
Fahiden
over
starts off with one over towards Turney K, and it's just Mormon as Power
कि
starts to
WBG को
descend.
निकालना था यार
We
ये
would need
मैच.
to see more man from this man, as right now he's trying to get bullets
खत्म.
down Rage, but
Power
Fahid's
का
got
winner chicken dinner.
and Power
कोई celebration नहीं, कोई
punishment.
खुशी नहीं,
A
हाँ.
game where they were allowed
मिल
to
गया
play
chicken.
slow. You forgot about Power, but they live up to their name and take
Wow.
the chicken.
भाई किस्मत हो तो ऐसा भाई. With that 3 मैचेस खत्म हो गए. Let's take a look at the overall standings once. I know बहुत close चल रहा है. Let's take a look. While Galacticos and Alpha Gaming
96 points.
top
Thankfully for the rest of the
2,
lobby, though,
16
they did
points
not
का
run away with
difference है.
anything in this
Galacticos
previous one, as
on
Alpha
with the
Gaming
lead.
still on those 18.
DRX
And now we're slowly
धीरे धीरे नीचे
getting
जा
a
रहा
little
है.
bit of a catch-up
11
for
points का
these
गैप
teams
है
in that
Alpha Gaming and
turn,
DRX के
but
बीच में.
that lead
Fireflux
is
आ गया bro top 4 में.
big.
Yeah,
Fire
just
Flux आ गया.
noticing it is
But
looking a
look at
little
the
bit
gap
more like
between
we're having a
Galacticos
gap as we
and
get closer to
#5
that,
team.
deciding
वो
that match
बहुत
point, right?
बड़ा gap
That
बन
is
गया.
not ideal for any
Alteri
of
को
those
धीरे
teams
धीरे
in
नीचे
third
जा
place
रहा
and
है.
below. I will
कोई
say
बात नहीं, उनका
only
favorite
20
map
points
मिरामार है.
between
मिरामार आने
third
वाला है.
and 8th place,
तो
right?
देखते हैं उसमें कुछ
But
कर
that
पाएगा.
little
Vivo
bit of a
Gaming तो
gap is
consistent
starting
top
to get
5.
bigger and bigger as those games go
But
on,
Galacticos,
and that's
they
exactly
are
what we were talking
going
about
far
before.
and
Yeah,
far
I'm gonna be looking at Alter
ahead.
Ego. I don't know what you're happy about. You're currently
देखते हैं
so far behind.
next 3 matches
in regards
crucial
to
होने वाला है
first
नीचे
place.
वाले
I wanna
teams
see-
के
start
लिए.
seeing them being able to
Regnum
win
CARYA
some
top
games
8 में भी
for
नहीं
Alpha
है.
Gaming.
Wow.
I also kind of want them
Crazy.
to have just a
चलो अब बढ़ते हैं अपना मैच 4 की तरफ. Let's go. Now that Alter Ego is
from the damage there.
at #7,
Gonna live to see
they want
another
to
day of
start
sport.
with a boom bomb, but yeah,
Rosemary
so
is
far
still down. They have to
कुछ भी
reposition
उनके
away
फेवर
from
में
the
नहीं
nade.
जा रहा है.
Krypton still with
रोजमेरी
two in
नॉक
hand
है.
with the pump
अल्फा
action.
फिनिश हो गया
The lead
ऑलरेडी.
around the broken wall. Not
It's a
gonna
2v3
quite
fight.
get it.
मोना भी नॉक है.
Now
क्रिप्टन
Ting
लास्ट
trying
मैच
to
मैंने
come
उसको भी
through,
दे
but
दी
it's
है.
Alter Ego to fall.
भाई TT
Next to the team
is
from
not a
PEL.
team just
Thunder
because
Talk
they're at
over the
hashtag
tables.
Golden doesn't
Get
mean
4
वो
points to add
weak
to their
team है.
tally.
PL के champions है.
beautiful job. Thunder Talk
इस team के अंदर
refused
बहुत
to push up
खतरनाक
and get
players
overly
है.
aggressive. They held their ground.
Alter
Luckily,
Ego थोड़ा ज़्यादा
utility wasn't able
desperate
to
होने
reach
लग गया,
them,
bro.
but the way they played that was great.
उनका
All
natural
4
game
members
नहीं
stay
खेल रहे.
alive, and more importantly,
उनका
they've
natural
got
game है
a
end
free
zone,
and clear
mid-range
route
fights,
straight into the current
close
zone.
range में जाके
Thunder
क्या
Talk,
कर
a
दिया भाई इधर.
potential strong game setting up, but the zone.
I hate to say it, but Alter Ego
centers up
cannot
to
lift
where
the
it
trophy
currently
with-
was. It still
with this
has
mindset.
those bridges.
Top
and
players
the
देखो,
river in
most
play.
eliminations. I think
Fourth
DOK ही
drive
बनेगा
starts to look
MVP.
quite interesting as well, where they're currently at. Falcons
Alpha
too,
Gaming
but Falcons,
trophy,
I do worry
DOK
about APG,
trophy.
knocks from Red Force, who most likely are
mean,
going to come
DOK
up north right
MVP.
behind them. On
Alpha
Regnum CARYA,
Gaming
APG,
versus
though, Falcons. Remember,
Falcons.
APG coming from the
Narwhal
outside, now
knock
choosing
है.
to challenge that of the Falcons
तो
on the
अभी
southern
knock है,
zone.
क्या
The
बात है?
nades are detrimental.
They're not going to try and hold on the top of Everest. They
लगता है
descend and immediately
Alpha
the
Gaming भी
southern
mood
point
में
of
आ गया.
Falcons is
Zyor
dispatched,
and DOK are the
this
new deadly
2-2.
duo.
It feels like they didn't even expect
देखने को मिल रहा
another
है ये
team to be
दोनों
on the south coast.
साथ
You
में
can
खेल
hold
रहे
this
हैं and
if you're
बढ़िया
just
कर रहे
facing
हैं
off against teams towards the
साथ
north.
में खेल रहे हैं बढ़िया कर
But
रहे
they
हैं
are just isolated
बन रहा है
on that
synergy
two-player.
बन रहा है
There's no
धीरे-धीरे
chance. Here, but Regnum Karya, they spin him out. They crunch him on down. That nade actually did
इसका
quite a lot
करने
of
था
damage
वो
to Regnum Karya. But Silas is there.
Here's
There's
का
assistance from across the way. Catch. No way does he take down Regnum Karya.
He's the last man standing for 5 laps.
Catch, good connection.
Regnum Karya के दो बंदे गए तीसरा बंदा भी बहुत लो है
He cannot get down there and assist. The only
Silas
thing
को knock
he can
देना
do is
पड़ेगा
try to keep Catch
कैसे
at
भी
bay.
करके
The solo from Fireflux, the solo that might be able to get 3 cleanups. Another nade rolls in, but it doesn't connect. So Silas still has
और
the
grenade से क्या इसके
maneuverability in
पास
conjunction with Loxy
नहीं है,
to
नहीं है,
maybe
नहीं है,
get
नहीं है।
Regnum Karya back
Wild
up
is
into the
getting
fight.
grabbed.
They can potentially
पूरा
go for
उधर मार
the
खा
full
रहा है
reset here. It's a question of if Ketch can connect with another nade,
Grenades खत्म
or
है
if a team from the south side gets angled.
फालक ने knock दिया Loxy को
Going down.
भाई वाइल्ड गलती से knock हो गया तो मैटर हो जाएगा
They managed to play the buildings on the east side on the cube.
I'm rooting for Regnum Karya तो थोड़ा
But Wild was
फट रहा है मेरा
raised
भी
just before that knock was
WBC का
sent
दो
on
बंदे
in,
knock
which
है
means that
भाई
Regnum
NSR
Karya can still get the
Order भी
full
गया
reset.
All right, it's going to be tough, though. Catch refuses to back away. Being in the shed, he's not overexposing himself. Therefore, nobody can truly get an angle. Now, with
WBC बाहर क्या
APG firing off from the distance, Silas has no choice but to back away and maintain his life.
The circle south shift again keeps the Falcons under the bridge alive for the time being, potentially for APG. A nice little turn up. Nongshim Red Force, they've been trying to push their way in.
Top ने मार दिया
This engagement
and with
for a
that
while.
Fireflux
They have
बाहर
three
and
players left
hashtag
standing with
13
Weibo in their way as well. Gonna go for a swim, gonna try
The zone
and
is
meet
about
up
to
with
begin.
Falak on that western side.
They have to, because APG is also about. So you got the solo from Falcons with Redox, and then you also have APG, or the going to be fighting desperately for control on the southern side. Weibo a little bit too far away. I don't think they're going to have an effect, but maybe so. This Regnum Karya fight is still ongoing.
टॉप टू टीम्स के बीच में क्या कंपटीशन चल रहा है ब्रो गैलेक्टिकोस बिल्कुल चोक नहीं कर रहे एक भी मैच में
You've got Team Secret who's still looking to find a couple of positions, but all of this right going down is favorable for Yangon Galacticus to potentially apex 100 points and more importantly, get another winner chicken dinner.
It could be massive here. They are 1 point shy and there's placements yet to be added for them. They will be crossing the boundary over into triple digits here on match number 10. A beautiful average still keeping pace. Can anyone take it away from them now?
Silas भी finish हो गया.
They do manage to get rid of the arena, but 2 players now down on the deck. Team Secret push in on the last bit bridge line against Regnum Karya, and it looks like there's no resistance.
Silas Toshpik now fully gone for Regnum Karya. 2 more with a sliver of health. Wild looking at IQ from a distance. Loxy forced to hit the dirt, get a little bit of health before he re-engages onto the fight. So the 4-man unit from Team Secret who continues to push up. Now, we do notice IQ gets active on APG, so that 4th Thrives rotate in.
Finished by
takes
Wild.
down the solo from Falcons, and it also engages into the APG fight, which a couple of players are going to be down as we look at Team Secret once again pushing forward on Loxy, on Wild. I want to say for Regnum Karya to be alive this long, to recover when you looked at him earlier, 3 players down, Silas, the guy to try and keep him up,
last
and
match
they managed to
है.
recover and they're still fighting against Team Secret. It's been a wonderful game for them.
Regnum Karya
I think
will
Team
be
Secret
going
को पता है
down
Loxy
here,
का है.
almost certainly. Loxy has a nade in hand. He's looking to try and get the cook on, get a knock or 2 maybe towards Team Secret. But they are 4 players. They're all above him on this ridge line. They should know he's on this buggy. They'll send it out wide, and they're spraying already. They're firing, and I'm counting him out now
Regnum Karya बाहर at #6.
He's out of there.
भाई top 2 teams का क्या consistency है bro. दोनों 4-man है.
Put so much stock in terms of that predictive
इन
power.
दोनों के बीच में fight देखना
Team
पड़ेगा.
Secret do have a big chance here, but the
WBG भी
next
survive कर रहा है
circle
कुछ ना कुछ
is
करके.
just
Order
around
3-3
the
बचा है.
corner, and it will dictate
DOK
how
600
this
damage.
game goes. APG
Zone
already
देखते
starting to
कहाँ
put their
जाएगा.
feelers.
Portion still deadly as ever.
Order knock
Weibo
by DOK.
focused on APG.
Finish.
You notice 4 Thrives were taken out.
Order
They were
इस tournament में
crashed
बहुत
in on
मार
the
खाया
solo of
बहुत.
Falcons. APG then started fighting with them, managed to stay all 4 up. So for Team Secret, most likely going to try and gatekeep APG. This could be wonderful for them. They can rack up even more eliminations.
Team Secret starting to get a move on now. Get a shift across. There really isn't too much cover that sits ahead of them here.
WBG bahar at hashtag 4.
Going to get drained away.
Now it's a proper 4v4. Let the fun begin. Team Secret, 9 finishes, 4-man strong.
Interestingly enough, Alpha Gaming
Galacticos, 3 finishes, 4-man strong. Alpha Gaming,
Yangon Galacticos can move
Alpha
forwards on
Gaming
their
kitne
buildings,
finishes
and they
Zyada hi
will
ho
be
gaya.
even more central than that. Team Secret, the first team
Refus
that
knocked by
needs to make a
Cloud.
move now.
So APG has good
I
real
think Alpha
estate on
Gaming
the
ke 8
shoreline,
finishes,
but Team
7 ya
Secret
8.
also have good real estate on the high ground, and they're going to be able to stop APG. I say that,
7.
Doc, though, it's a wonderful shot on the train, dropping a player from Team Secret
towards Alpha Gaming. I think this is why we haven't seen any moves being made just now. Team Secret, they feel like they're too close to the edge and they want to get more ground. It shifts away from Yangon
Push कर दिया Team Secret ने Alpha Gaming के ऊपर. Drag knock है, Xerus knock है.
Pulled the trigger and Alpha Gaming were ready.
Excellent defense by Alpha Gaming so far.
Jaiki now has to get desperate. He's got to push up the solo to try and keep APG's hope and dreams alive for the winner chicken dinner, but APG takes them apart 1 mile.
भाई but top knock है.
Maybe there's life, maybe there's an opportunity.
और एक knock खा गया तो matter हो जाएगा bro. बहुत सही. Last man standing for Team Secret. Team Secret बाहर है.
And Romeo's got a beautiful off angle.
You wait 5 seconds as Team Secret.
Top को रेप देना चाहिए. Galacticos are pushing in.
Because you don't need to. You wait for Yangon
Secret push
Galacticos
कर
to
दिया.
move,
Top finish
but
हो
all of
गया.
a sudden it's over towards the top of the tables, and Yangon Galacticos trying to defend their
Cloud,
first place spot.
Mirror की grenade से गया.
Won't go down without a fight, and they're being
Friendly
assisted
fire.
by their opponents.
Refus knock. Instant break by Zone.
Smile down next, and Yangon
भाई माँ
Galacticos
कसम बता रहा हूँ
lose a
Zone
few in
अपना
the
फॉर्म में
fight.
आ गया bro.
Okay,
बता
we can
रहा
still
हूँ.
do this, but I love it.
क्या खेल रहा है?
Beautiful nade puts it into it, and Yangon Galacticos takes another win for today to
That
put them
nade,
at
bro.
2 and a total of 4 winner
That
chicken
nade.
dinners.
This is insane
Galacticos
at a global level.
जिस flow में खेल रहे भाई,
gonna challenge for the record
बहुत मुश्किल है इनको
here
रोकना.
as they
बहुत
rack
मुश्किल है.
up yet
Too
another
consistent.
chicken dinner.
Century cross कर दी
Beautiful
भाई.
stuff coming on through, but I have
Century
to say
cross कर
a
दी.
lot of that was because of
बाकी
Team
teams का
Secret.
पता नहीं, the
They
only
were
team
open
जो
for the
रोक
ball.
सकता है
They pushed
Galacticos
down.
को.
They allowed
It's Alpha
Yangon
Gaming.
Galacticos to get across this one
As
for
simple as that.
free.
Wow, 2 more matches to go. चलो अब बढ़ते हैं अपना मैच 5 की तरफ. Let's go.
That is within
फिर Refus अकेला क्या कर रहा है इधर?
distance of Yangon Galacticos
Mormon
right now.
खुद को
Mormon
फोड़ डाला.
takes himself out.
डाला बड़ा,
That's gonna
बहुत
be an
सही,
easy pickup
बहुत
for
सही,
Refus.
बहुत
Very
सही.
happy with that. E-Arena fumble, not good. Especially when you're in 15th place, you can't let that sort of thing happen.
Backup आ गया.
Refus on the outside, he's all too happy to take this fight. And the backup's coming through for E-Arena, but getting up and challenging
Alpha
him is so
Gaming का भी
difficult.
backup आ
Now
gया.
Doc is on the ground floor.
Doc and
moving
Top
in
are
from the
here.
sidelines. They are going to close the jaws on this trap.
You would think so. Still, though, in close and personal in a CQC fight, E-Arena does have the shot he's needed in order to battle against APG once they do push forward. And Refus can only do so much from the hilltop. It's going to be up, or it should be from the rooftop. It's going to be up to the rest of the
With
roster
so much at
to push
stake.
in from the bottom side
Alpha
of things.
Gaming
By the
को
way, update power.
early fight
versus
लेना
Alhaji, a crowd favorite. I'm curious.
जरूरी है.
Impact a little bit later on for
यार
APG.
गलती से भी
though,
choke
they
कर दिया ना
start to
bro.
tighten the vice grip.
And
Joker,
Galacticos
though, on
से
the
chicken निकाल दिया.
outside is a little bit
So the
interesting
gap
if
would be
Refus does
very
decide
huge.
to overexpose himself
फिलहाल
on that
18 points का
rooftop. Joker
gap
might
चल
be
रहा है.
able to knock him down, giving an opportunity for
But अगर
E-Arena to potentially
head
take the
start
high
मिल
ground for
गया
themselves.
4
The
finishes
issue
का
with
तो
your
भाई
fangers
बहुत अच्छा
right
शुरुआत है.
for Alpha Gaming. It's going to be
देखते
really
हैं
difficult
क्या
to have
होगा.
an impact for Joker.
It's a 3v4
Refus
fight
isn't
now.
going to give him the opportunity.
Alpha Gaming
I
with
can
the
guarantee
advantage.
you that. And Doc will find
Doc,
out this position as well.
मरते
So the
बचा.
off angle there is spotted. They'll easily handle this, and it should be E-Arena disengaging if they can.
He doesn't have the positioning. Turney K will recover, get his health back up into play. Shots will ring out, but Turney K is safe. This angle is nasty. He has the right-hand peek advantage, and he'll try and take advantage.
भारी mistake हो गया Turney K की तरफ से.
As he peeks
Alpha Gaming, it's time to aggress.
APG, now Joker
Trade
has
game
no
भी खेले
choice
तो हो
but to
जाएगा.
retreat back
It's a
into
4v2
corner,
fight
try and
है.
stay up, but he can't go anywhere. Nowhere
Trade
safe.
game, बस trade game.
Doc
चल.
around the corner there, keeping that suppressive fire down.
Sakura knocked
And
by
they
Refus.
find another Sakura.
It's over.
Falls, and now Joker
It's over.
is the last to go. No knock.
Excellent start for Alpha Gaming. 4 finishes.
E-Arena donate
सिर्फ 14 points का difference है अब #1 से. भाई नीचे वाले teams का gap देख लो.
as well.
30 points का gap है DRX का.
APG wins a critical fight.
34 points का gap है
Stay
WBG का.
alive.
बाकी teams को बोलने की जरूरत
If you're interested in this race,
बहुत बड़ा gap बना लिए.
#1
and 2 teams.
has a couple
Galacticos
of
and Alpha Gaming.
truly fight to YG.
Galacticos versus DRX.
You've been been ready for it, but gets tagged up. Surely he falls, and he will. Now the rest of the DRX roster forced to stand up, forced to try and be heroic in the moment, but Smile gets the full finish. DRX down to 2 players, and YG goes for a reset.
One head, two more arise to take its place. Yangon Galacticos rallying around out there. Pop him in the back of the buggy, put pressure onto DRX, back them off here. An emergency evacuation being enacted right now. DRX have no say in the matter.
Say indeed, DRX running out of time, running
Alpha
out of
Gaming versus
resources.
Regnum Karya, wild knock finish, Loxy knock by Team Secret. Finish हो गया Loxy भी. Regnum Karya last man standing.
Starting to progress on the hilltops, maybe to look down for a third party. For DRX, they've got to fight tooth and nail. They need to get active, and maybe a buggy exit is what they needed.
Pura esports बाहर at #13.
DRX giving another point over to Yangon Galacticos.
Regnum Karya बाहर at #12.
They want to chase this one down.
Regnum से नहीं हो रहा है.
They're over the road on the north side.
Regnum से नहीं हो रहा है. DRX last man standing.
He is able to take them
चिढ़ के
down
मार ही देंगे.
to one player.
भाई Galacticos को कोई रोको यार.
Churning through these games, through these teams, and it's just domination left and right.
DOK knock है.
The only other
DOK
time
finish.
I can remember something like this happening is all the way back in like 2019.
3-man strong. Alpha Gaming
over in Kuala Lumpur. They dominated by about over 100-point margin. Obviously, the point scoring system was a bit different back then, but that's the only other time I can remember.
Nongshim Red Force versus Galacticos. Galacticos के दो बंदे knock है, Romeo and Cloud.
Both down on the front. Nongshim Red Force have 4
Things are not looking good for Galacticos.
They're going to be able to finally do something against the roster that's been a terror to the rest of the lobby.
Cloud finish है. It's all up to Smile and Mirnat now.
Mighty Warriors from Yangon Galacticos. Mirnat firing some
knock किया Mirnat.
shots. Goes for the second. Can't connect enough.
Now it's time for Alpha Gaming, guys.
It was, but it doesn't
मौका मिल गया. मौका मिल गया. 117 points है.
I thought there was going to be at least one
Galacticos
more
का.
warrior from Yangon
Alpha Gaming dinner is the only answer.
3 points.
Dinner.
I mean, come on, you got to give
We
it till
need
they
chicken
fight to the
dinner.
very end. And now
बस.
we have to shift our attention to
ज़्यादा कुछ बोलना नहीं है.
APG, the closest
They know
team
what to do.
catching up to Yangon Galacticos, the team
Top
looking
laner
to
knock
take
किया.
down the Falcons.
117 points is their target now after this match. They are
इस मैच में
currently on
chicken के लिए
104
favorites
with the 8
NSR
points that
4
they've got
tries
so far,
WBG
which means that they are 13 points behind
survive
right now.
करना चाहिए bro बस.
So they still have
Hashtag
quite a way to
one
go
भी
if
नहीं
they
हुआ
want to
ना,
catch up.
top
But
3
this
भी
is
चलेगा.
brilliant news. Like you
वो
said,
gap
the
close होना
opportunity
चाहिए
now
अभी.
to draw level
Gap
with
close होना
Yangon
चाहिए.
Galacticos, which is
Dog भी
something
नहीं है,
that
बहुत
they've
carefully खेलना
only
पड़ेगा.
dreamed of further down the table.
There's a lot of money still to be earned in a championship potential run.
क्या बात है?
Gets mowed down.
भाई जो ऐसा एंट्री फ्रैगिंग करेगा तो वही देखो एकदम IHC का टाइम का याद आ रहा है मुझे. जब IHC चैंपियंस बने, जो चिच्चा ऐसे ही मारा करता था. Reefers last man standing. भाई साहब.
Oh, they are going to push Matt Cat back off the angle though. He has one more hurdle to jump. Oh, and Reefers keeps them
मजा आ
together.
गया भाई, थोड़ी देर के लिए
Potential,
था.
but Navallo could also
अंदर का
change things
range.
around. The Falcons moving on up with their last player. He's
11
not going to be there in
finishes,
time.
3-man
He's just
strong,
trying
no
to get a
third
little bit
party.
further forward
Alpha
onto this
Gaming.
circle. So Alpha Gaming now up to 11
भाई मजा आ रहा है भाई
eliminations,
देखने
10
में.
points behind Yangon Galacticos.
The game is on.
Okay, so a potential 21-point game. Who knows? Maybe even more if they get eliminations, which would put APG in
इतना
first
gap बना लिया है
place.
भाई. 12 now.
mentioned Narvalo,
12 finishes.
Keystone,
Let's go.
Falcons are eliminated.
12
for
finishes.
APG. This is their game
Dinner
to
मिले तो
take.
hashtag
They've got
one.
a lot of
I
great
think dinner मिल गया
competition.
तो
They
hashtag
still
one.
have to fight for zone, maybe even against fourth drive. I'm assuming Noxium Red Force, but
But
APG
fourth
have already
drives,
put up one
WBG,
hell of a game.
not gonna be
We're on the
easy.
north side are a major
NSR भी है
threat.
4-man.
Last player from DRX
उनको
could
आपस में
change
लड़ना
that
चाहिए,
around
तब कुछ हो
if he
सकता है.
doesn't get spotted by them.
We'll try to alleviate some of the pressure from a distance. Weibo have a lot of utility here. Soaz will stay just where he's at. No reason for him to fire off. He's going to be a sneaky beaver as long as he possibly can. Actually, I do
Unless
start to worry about
अगर
Weibo
देख लिया
now
तो.
as he might get gunned down.
Oh no!
Oh,
अब मुश्किल है भाई survive करना सुएज को.
Surely he checks the angle.
अब मुश्किल है
Surely
सुएज
they
को.
spot out. He's pulled his gun away. No, he's getting
ले.
spotted. Okay.
ले भाई.
4 is out.
3-3 के मुंह के सामने सो रहा था. कितनी देरी.
On the northern side,
कर सकता है
Weibo.
survive
The
उधर.
Chinese fans very happy.
DRX बाहर.
very happy indeed. That could have been crazy. Losing half your team.
Suk
Just a
T24 को
moment's
knock किया.
time to his solo, who's been surviving.
Falak मियां drop लूट दिया.
You can see how low their health
क्या मिला
bars
drop
are.
से?
You've got to imagine that their meds are looking a little bit threadbare as they take some
Joel
shots.
knock है भाई, ये नहीं होना था.
Hasn't been handled just yet.
Top भी knock है भाई.
Again, it's all up to Reefers to keep them alive, but Top is going to get flushed away, and it's IQ to actually push Doxy off of that high ground. In the meantime, there's a trade-off. A Weibo taken back down. This engagement is going every direction on this circle.
All right, huge. If we can get a reset, at least with the duo, Weibo now focused fully on Noxum Red Force.
WBG versus NSR, it's happening.
Great grenade. He's going to throw it. It goes down the hill, but Benny and Tizzy managed to distance himself, but a wonderful shot will drop one. Get some shots on Doxy. Getting yet another point, I believe.
Kill चोरी करने में भाई master है.
Could potentially be racking up more and more. Haven't quite got that flush just yet, so the 12 elims, they'll try and add to that
Falak
tally.
wants to join the party.
Over the top, this looks good.
Beautiful
to the
grenades,
knock of the
yeah.
33Z. Weibo's sidelines now are opened up a little bit. He manages to get back as well behind that Molotov. Really timely
Things are actually looking good for Alpha Gaming. कुछ नहीं करने की जरूरत है. तीनों को लड़ने दो आपस में.
In this moment, a team that was so
You need to focus on
incredible, the
survival.
dominant roster throughout group play, struggling when it comes to grand finals, but a chance to
Reefus
step it
knock
up.
है.
Reefus is down
Joel.
to solo.
Survive,
Last
brother.
alive for the team of
नहीं.
APG. Sion.
Alpha Gaming बाहर है,
#4.
#4.
Alpha Gaming will in fact be eliminated, but good news
यार.
even more so for 4 Thrives, who have a dominating position and they have dominant
Survival
control
में
here.
DOK.
I don't think they
DOK
can
होता
lose
तो
this
survive कर
game.
लेते
Weibo
हैं.
try
कोई
and
बात
find
नहीं.
Vinny
It is
in
what
the
it
ditch
is.
there, but he's in the
अब
smoke.
chicken की
A
बात
little
की
bit
जाएगा
too
तो I
hard
think-
to find this time around,
I
but the
think
spray
4
down,
Thrives
the
निकालेंगे.
shotgun puts him out
4
of the
Thrives
business.
निकालेंगे.
4 Thrives now with 9
Cornered
eliminations,
है,
trying to
WBG
convert
completely
this one
cornered है.
against Weibo. They've crunched them in. Look at how they
9
sit on
finishes,
this
4 man
circle.
strong है,
We're
4
on to
Thrives.
stage 8 now. It will close
निकाल
dead
लेंगे.
center, and 4 Thrives should have this one on lock in a 4 versus 3. Nade over the top from T24. Falak's gonna be up on that off angle now. Sook should be
Sook
next
होने
on the
वाला है.
menu.
In 3,
You can imagine he's gonna
2,
fight down something hard.
1.
Able to nail that shot. Of
It's a
course.
4v2
No
situation.
chance he doesn't.
Now it's a 4v2.
क्या ऑर्डर है? रोक पाएंगे 4 Thrives को?
Closer and closer to order, and
No way.
he down below. T24
No way.
finally looks like he starts to fire a couple of shots. Order most likely dropping in a moment. He as well. Is this the game? Will we see it? One from
IQ को not
4
finish कर दिया.
Thrives perspective. Only one more
1v3
player
situation
remains,
पर है.
and I just don't know if it's
Smoke में
enough.
adjust कर लिया. And with that,
Thrives will take
it's a winner chicken in here.
5 much needed points
For 4
going away.
Thrives. I know it's a bit too late, but still, यार, it's never too late.
Side of those tables,
कर लिए.
obviously a little bit futile to hope that you
अब
can
मेरे को
get up
देखना है
towards the
overall
top,
standings एक
but
बार.
it is money that you're
ठीक-ठाक
earning
climb कर लिए होंगे.
as you ladder up on those
But bro,
tables.
it's a
There are big pay
long
gaps that you can
road
cross.
ahead.
Some beautiful news.
It's a long road ahead.
Thrives.
Galactico still on top. Hashtag 2B, Alpha Gaming.
Scoring qualifiers from the group stages.
Let's take a look at the overall standings. 5 point का difference है bro.
Alpha Gaming, to be
5
honest.
point का difference है. Galacticos 117, Alpha Gaming 112, and बाकी teams के बीच में gap देख लो कितना तगड़ा gap बना लिया इन दोनों teams ने. Wow, 4 Thrives hashtag इस पे आ गया. Good to see them back.
Currently in the top 8, they have the most
Bro, top 2 teams का अलग
I
league
mean, we
बन
were
गया.
talking about it earlier a little bit, Niptra.
तुम लोग को पता है ये आखिरी मैच है आज के.
Yeah.
This day
इसके
for
बाद
Alpha Gaming, which is surprising
कल
when you
से
have
Smash
3
Rule
global
apply
MVPs in
होगा.
Zio,
Smash Rule
Top
के लिए bro.
and DOK all on the squad. So Reef
It's
is
gonna be
really
chaos
the
tomorrow.
unsung hero for APG.
It's gonna be chaos.
I mean, he is really the
Regnum
alpha
CARYA वापस आ
of
गया
the
top
group
8
stage,
में.
I think he's that one player.
DRX.
Where he is though, he's the one
Hashtag
player, the
4,
support
Vivo
player,
Gaming
the
आ गया,
off
hashtag
angle
3 पे.
player that's doing so much for the team and setting
Look
up
at the
his
finishes of
fraggers.
Alpha Gaming यार. 75.
Moving into 6th place here, Max.
75.
4 Thrives definitely going to be happy about that one. 65 points.
No wonder ये survival
They need another
पे
banger.
choke कर
If I
रहे
had to
हैं.
be completely honest.
बंदा दिखे मारो, बंदा दिखे मारो, बंदा दिखे मारो.
Another team outside of 4 Thrives. We already talked about
Crazy
it.
यार.
About
Galacticos 4 chicken निकाले, Alpha Gaming 1 chicken. And still सिर्फ 5 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है. चलो अब बढ़ते हैं अपना आखिरी मैच की तरफ. उसके बाद देखेंगे ओवरऑल स्टैंडिंग्स. Let's go.
As they do get pressured, they once again have to fight for their lives in the final game of the day. And Madcap very
ले हो गया
weak.
knock.
His partner just to
Madcap last man standing है. तो 5
Madcap
lakhs.
tries to recover with a little bit of health. He'll get the medkit pop the time to fire on
अच्छा खासा damage दिया.
Alpha. But is it enough? Can he continue to stay up? Can he continue
ले
to
मार
fight
दिया.
alter egos? The answer is no.
5 lakhs बाहर.
Roll back and Yang on Galacticos.
I guess Galacticos ने push कर दिया IDA पे. Say Cloud knock है.
Say Cloud down first. Spire Lamurna trying to put pressure in down the line. Rita goes down now. stuck in cooking the nade. So is Emre and Smile Live. Denied that opportunity though.
Because
it will be shut down. Aaron from across the way, putting nades on in. That splits Murna, and he's shut down with the nade from across the distance. Over in the warehouse, they hold strong. 2 players for the top of the table team. It's Romeo and Smile to try and piece things back together against
Excellent!
Flash,
Excellent, bro!
Down,
Dark kill.
Romeo. Now
क्या hit में flashbang किया उसने?
straight ahead. It's a battle for sure. The winner of this.
Last man standing for Galacticos. क्यों अटक रहा है अभी?
And Weibo needs a big game. This could be massive for them.
WBG भी आ गया,
if they
bro.
can somehow, some way as a duo, wipe these 2 rosters
देर
and
survive
get a
कर
deep
पाएगा?
run. That'll put up closer to 100,
Romeo,
but his order falls.
order knock.
Last alive.
Rosemary
the
knock.
chances of that happening now fall to the wayside.
Not really super likely to happen in the first place. But Eren on this
Alpha Gaming,
angle,
3 finishes,
in the warehouse has
3
been
man strong.
instrumental throughout this entire fight.
Order
With
finished
just
by
Romeo
Eren.
remaining, he was able to cut across the sideline of Yangon Galacticos'
So
position
last man standing
for
है.
so long. Beautiful stuff coming through on the off angle for the young firecracker player Eren over on Ida.
Romeo wants to fight.
Romeo, the last one standing.
अरे zone आ रहा है ना?
Being on Galacticus, trying to fight.
नीचे से मार
Here
दिया.
comes the push, and it
Galacticos
is going
बाहर,
to be good.
118 points है
Stark
उनके.
gets the final shots. Yangon
Alpha Gaming को
Galacticos
चाहिए.
out
अरे
earlier
हो
than they
जाएगा.
wanted once
हो
again.
जाएगा. Alpha
but let's
Gaming
face
hashtag
it,
one to
still
finish करेगा
healthy,
आज.
But now,
Let's go.
APG has a direct
सुमिया
route
क्या करेगा?
into first place to set the point threshold.
Ooh, DRX as well. Remember, they're a team
अरे
with a
zone
chance to
कट
push
गया
up
Alpha
towards the
Gaming
top
का.
of the tables. They have 4 players alive.
गया,
Unfortunately,
bro,
they're on
कट
the
गया.
wrong side of the road for this one. The nades are pretty good over towards the arena, though. That's
Doc
going to be more
preparing for
damage being
rotation.
dealt on out. The carriage really not providing too much cover here. You just need to keep these nades coming on
Left से
through.
जा रहा है.
DRX going to have to move a little bit further north with
Left से जा रहा है
Alpha
Alpha
lighting
Gaming.
up their crossing. KRYPTON finds so
DRX
easy, but
versus
Yunbin does
arena.
find the way all the way across. Gets the spray down onto one, but cut through
Last man
by the
standing
rest of the
for
arena.
DRX.
Joker and Mormon holding face for now. And DRX having a tough time of getting across this roadside.
Very
Suk को मार
tough
दी क्या?
time indeed.
Weibo
And in
Gaming
fact,
बाहर.
Weibo's going to be fully finished off. There was a down player earlier. We knew Suk was going to try and go into
Alpha
low
Gaming
for
wants to
APG.
fight with REGNUM
A
CARYA.
chance to
भाई
dethrone
पागल है
Yangon
भाई ये,
Galacticus, who has
पागल
been
ही
in
है.
first place for the longest time. But the question is, can they pressure up? Can they take down REGNUM CARYA? And I just don't know if they're going to be able to. It's going to be a
Fearless
tough
है
spot to
bro.
be in. Without
Alpha
question,
Gaming
APG already has
fearless.
a downed player.
सामने
This is
REGNUM CARYA
truly
इनको
gonna be a
लड़ना है.
testament of the
Left से easy
skills.
rotation हो सकता है ना?
3 players, but only 2 of them up and standing. The off-angle dispatched now. REGNUM CARYA have the blue zone to play around, but they have to leave as well. Top taken very, very low there for Alpha Gaming as Yol breaks
फालतू
out
का
wide, a
मारेगा
little bit
अभी.
more healthy. Needs to find a needle on
मारेंगे
the
bro,
side
Alpha
of
Gaming.
REGNUM CARYA, but can't quite find it. The haystack too dense to be able to piece
Easy
it
2
together.
finishes for
Wild
REGNUM CARYA.
looking
Easy.
to sweep the legs. Yol goes down. Alpha Gaming most likely falling here to the blue
जब
zone.
गाड़ी में बैठा था डॉक उस टाइम पे अगर गाड़ी में तीनों बैठ के लेफ्ट से रोटेशन करते ना लोग
And I don't think it was
Easily
enough to
पहुंच जाते zone के
overtake
अंदर.
first place. So top place should go to Yangon Galacticus.
अभी
who
dog
hold on
felt
tight,
like
but APG so
अगर
close.
इनको मार
We
देंगे तो
focus on
भाई
the
और अच्छा
remaining
गेम
teams
जाएगा.
left. And of course we look at Power, who's had a decent day.
Alter
Will
Ego,
this be
9
the
finishes,
shining
3 man
example of
strong.
What they can do in the finals? Well, maybe not so, as they're down
I
to
think
a
Alter
solo.
Ego is
Teams
cooking
are
but
ripping
REGNUM
shreds
CARYA
out
will
of each
get the
other
winner
along
in my
this
opinion.
ridgeline that sits
बस मेरा
central
prediction है
to the
REGNUM CARYA
circle
dinner
right
है match.
now. Power were there for the longest time, but now
मौका
they're
मिल
ready
गया
for
वो
Ragnar
अभी
to contend
चौका
on
मारेंगे अभी
this
देखना.
high ground. Alter Ego pushed in from the east side. They are playing as 3. One of the main forces
Rosemary
in
on a
this
rampage
circle,
mode.
REGNUM CARYA on the south side.
आ
They
रहा
had
है.
4, but Sakura wants to change that. Maybe a chance to take them low.
अबे!
With the shot cannon again.
Loxy
Takes
last
another
man
player
standing.
down, and Arena not going to go down without a fight just yet. REGNUM
कुछ
CARYA
भी होता है
day
भाई,
getting ruined
कुछ
right
भी
now
होता है
to
भाई.
close it down. Loxy back to the blue. Not much wiggle room to play with.
They might have
मार
few
दे
points,
Silas.
but they are mighty.
रोजमेरी ने
but
मारा.
Ralph
बच जाएंगे
Angle
बच जाएंगे
take
बच
it
जाएंगे.
down
Bro,
before the
thanks to
story
रोजमेरी.
can truly
चलो भाई
forward
प्रॉपर
position.
4v4
And
फाइट
I
REGNUM
believe
CARYA
Alter
वर्सेस
Ego
Alter
know
Ego मेरे को
exactly where
देखना
he's
है. एंड
Silas
जोन
need
बाइक
to
कर
hold
दो
this
यार
face
ये.
here
एंड
right
जोन
for
कर दो
REGNUM
ये.
CARYA. They need the
आइडिया
control
को
of the
मारना
circle
पड़ेगा.
ground that
पावर का
sits
एक
in
बंदा
front
को
of
मारना
them.
पड़ेगा.
20
ओह नेवर
seconds
माइंड Alter
was
Ego is
enough
3
to
man
get
now.
those reses before the zone pushed on in. They can get a little bit healing done, but the vehicle's low. Rosemary now pushing up, and that's the
Beautiful.
rest of Power dispatched. Ida as well.
Rosemary 7 solo
Playing up and
finishes.
on that ridgeline from the western side. REGNUM CARYA finally able to get away, and as 4 players,
It's a
this may just be
4v,
done and dusted.
3v,
This might
2
be,
situation.
but you got to give credit where credit is. Oh,
Wow.
what a nade from a
Kobe.
distance. Darkin throws
Nice
it
grenade
just right.
by Darkin.
KRYPTON down. And all
9 finishes for IDA.
2 members to fight with.
Let's see what they do.
Could take the angle here, and REGNUM KARYA obviously with these nades, that looks pretty good. I don't think that Alter Ego could be able to hold this position for much longer. REGNUM KARYA should just be able to swell over this. That nade looks good, and there's the knock that they were looking for. Alter Ego want to try and take a player or two down against REGNUM KARYA. They'll need to find this opening, but they've now lost their full position. It's just so hard to find these openings.
Ooh, and that's a big down onto
Silas will not do a single mistake.
From Ida down to just a solo. Alter Egos at a duo.
Art finishes now.
Loxy weak, no worries. He's got teammates for a reason. Slowly but surely, REGNUM KARYA start
Rosemary.
to push forward. Alter Egos.
Clutch karo, tabhi milega chicken.
They still have to worry about the solo from Ida, who's going to be Aaron, who's trying his best to stay up as long as possible. But Wild wants to take his head off.
We'll go for the
बहुत सही यार, बहुत सारे किल उठाने वाले. 11 finishes dinner होने वाला है REGNUM का.
It's their advantage. Silas leading from the
Tell
front.
Rosemary.
They've got 9 elims. They can add that up to 11. That will be a 21-point chicken dinner and put them nice and healthily for a podium competition spot at the end
Rosemary,
of
two
day
of the
2 here.
strongest fraggers of
Silas
Indonesia
again pushing
versus
around the
REGNUM
edge
KARYA.
with that UMP, the AUG in the back pocket as well, facing down against Rosemary.
अबे
And
MG3 है क्या?
that is not a friendly sight to see. But
MG3
he's got
है
his
Rosemary के
teammates
पास.
where Rosemary does not.
भाई लो किया but teamwork देखो REGNUM का.
Rosemary, a guy that's been known
छूने
to
तक
clutch
नहीं
up
देंगे.
7 eliminations for the day. Silas goes up the
KRYPTON,
hill.
nice one.
Rosemary guns him down. Is this the end? Will REGNUM
Rosemary knock
KARYA
in.
choke the final engagement despite the man advantage? Well, it's up to KRYPTON, and KRYPTON's hitting the shots needed. KRYPTON might be able to do this for Alter Egos. He'll need a couple of players to take care of.
1v2 situation. Wild needs to heal.
But it's not enough. You can't reset
Wild
this.
needs to
You
heal.
can't get Rosemary back into the fight.
KRYPTON is
You
also
just
healing.
have to keep pushing.
REGNUM KARYA choke on the first push, and now KRYPTON in a 1 versus 2.
2v4 भी क्या खतरनाक खेलेंगे
trying to
दोनों
keep this
टीम.
one in the back pocket. Alter Ego have 14
Going for
healers.
the rev.
No way are they going to let
Going for the
Rosemary
rev.
get this res. REGNUM KARYA
Loxy
dropping
closing
the
कर रहा
ball
है.
over Loxy. No, he steps back again.
Rev हो गया तो matter हो जाएगा bro.
REGNUM KARYA, that's not going to
हो
work
गया
out.
rev. एक knock.
No way.
भाई clutch मार दी.
Do they let that
Clutch
happen?
मार दी.
It's Alter Ego to find a wild opening onto REGNUM KARYA. That is crazy. What a massive blunder.
Massive blunder indeed. That is insanity. I cannot believe my eyes. I cannot believe what just happened.
Overthink कर लिया REGNUM KARYA. Overthink कर लिया REGNUM KARYA. End में choke कर दिया bro. Rev होने दिया.
Get the job done.
दोनों का focus Rosemary पे गया. KRYPTON ने दे दिया
of
token.
today's performance, teams dropping the ball.
Absolute cinema bro. मजा आ गया. Thank you Silas. Thank you Rosemary. Thank you KRYPTON for that show.
Crowd favorite, a team that is looking to make history, might have just put themselves in the ballpark.
On a positive note, end किया Alter Ego ने.
What a dropped ball there. REGNUM KARYA with a 6-point
अब देखना पड़ेगा overall standings.
in that engagement.
भाई एक बार दोबारा देखते हैं यार वो fight. एंड में मेरे को रेव होने के बाद मेरे को देखना है एग्जैक्टली कैसे एग्जीक्यूट किया.
Oh yeah, you can imagine. So, what are you thinking about this gameplay, blonde man?
KRYPTON ने क्या मारा बे. 1v4 किया ना. 1v4 किया KRYPTON ने.
You don't even have the decorum to introduce yourself by name.
Rosemary एक भी नॉक नहीं दिया ना.
Your name is.
It was a 1v4 by KRYPTON I think.
It's the intense action that came out from Alter Ego. Now, obviously, you
16
were
finisher dinner,
the
bro.
cast, right?
Yes.
Expecting REGNUM KARYA to go in, crush
Without a
it,
doubt.
lock it down.
Without a
अभी
doubt.
रोजमेरी पास में आ गया.
You know, this reset should have never
भाई
happened.
रेव
And me and
कैसे
John
होने
were
नहीं.
just going
I mean
off. It's
कैसे
like you
होने
need
दिया
to
यार.
push this, and I feel
मुझे
like
लगा
throughout
जब
the
end में
entirety
वो
of all of
push
our
किया ना, मुझे लगा वो
stages,
push
teams
कर ही
have
देगा.
not taken advantage of knocks. And this is one of those cases, and well,
भाई
obviously
यार
they get
क्या.
punished because of it. Why did Loxy not
मजाक
push
कर
up?
दो मजाक.
I don't know, man.
Overall
If you're up to speed, if
standings
you're
are
unfamiliar,
here.
and you're not
सिर्फ
just listening
1 point
only
का
to
difference है.
Polaris, 'cause you'd be,
सिर्फ
you know,
1 point का difference है between Gang on Galacticos and Alpha Gaming.
Alpha Gaming, right?
कल मजा आने वाला है. Smash Roll will apply from tomorrow.
At least there's 2 teams in this
जो
race.
hashtag one team है ना 118 points plus 10 हो जाएगा. So 128 is going to be the Smash Rule point. जैसे 128 hit करेगा वो टीम के ऊपर Smash Rule apply होगा. तो भाई hashtag 3 4 5 6 7 8 ये बहुत दूर है. तो भाई I think Alpha Gaming and Galacticos मजा आने वाला है कल. Alter Ego top 4 में आ गया with that dinner.
That we go into map 2 in my
Still, the
opinion, with
most
the point
aggressive
threshold
team
not being
of this
exceeded.
lobby
That includes
goes to
Alpha Gaming, but I
Gaming.
put
They have
Gang on Galacticos as the
78
great
finishes.
team
Crazy.
going into tomorrow. They already
Fortress top 8 में आ गया.
for Weibo Gaming
Good for them.
if
REGNUM
we
KARYA
get
hashtag
to
6.
Miramar,
चिकन निकाला होता तो भाई वो #4 में रहते। कोई बात नहीं, it is what it is। भाई वीक पॉइंट पे फायरफ्लेक्स टॉप 4 में थे।
Not a lot of those areas the map been opened up
#9 पे अभी, but 67 points है इनके पास।
check out what's going on and find
कंपटीशन है, एक चिकन एंड सीधा #11 से #5 आ जाएंगे। उतना क्लोज नंबर चल रहा है।
Yeah, I think for Rosemary as well, there has been a couple of times where I felt like he's not playing with the squad.
क्या लगता है बॉयज, कल कौन उठाने वाला है ट्रॉफी? जरूर बताना कमेंट सेक्शन में। गैलेक्टिकोस और अल्फा गेमिंग। एंड विद दैट डे 2 हैज कम टू एन एंड। आई होप यू गाइस एंजॉयड द वीडियो। एमवीपी का ये लोग दिखाए नहीं, बट जितना मुझे पता है 100% डॉक ही रहेगा डे 2 का एमवीपी ओवरऑल। इतने फ्रैग्स निकाला भाई ने, एंड ओवरऑल टॉप फ्रैगर लिस्ट में भी टॉप पे रहेगा डॉक फ्रॉम अल्फा गेमिंग। बाकी अगर तुम लोग को डे 3 का वीडियो चाहिए तो भाई लाइक गोल कंप्लीट करना मत भूलना। इट्स गोना बी एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा, ट्रस्ट मी। मैं कोशिश करूंगा बहुत जल्दी अपलोड करने के लिए। एंड विद दैट बीइंग सेड, आई विल सी यू गाइस नेक्स्ट वीडियो। Until then, peace. If you're still watching the video, don't forget, stay hydrated.